Welcome to the Whiskey Chronicles, where Justin and his father cover topics from outdoor sports to whiskey. They will be joined from time to time with all kinds of guests, so we hope you enjoy. Here are your hosts, Justin and Kevin.
Hey guys, here we are, another Whiskey Chronicles podcast brought to you by Team Whiskey. Here with Ron South, one of our brand ambassadors, and Ulli
Kuschal
from Bavaria, Germany. And of course, I got on my side here, Whiskey Kenny with us.
Boom.
We're here on location at Bear Valley. We just finished the shoot today, and this is Sunday after the shoot. So we're all feeling a little ragged, and we're all feeling a little worn. But I want to thank you guys for being here. Let's give a little
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
Okay, so
Glug.
one thing I would like to know is, how do you two know each other? Ron and Ulli.
I guess I'll say it. So I'm an admin for a group on Facebook called Bow Hunters of America, and I've been a member there. That page on Facebook strictly started in 2014. So a couple years ago, Ulli became a member of the page.
You're right.
And then through that, the gentleman that started the page, Jim Reese, good friend of mine, we pick up on vibes of people who we like to have as admin, easygoing people that aren't triggered easy, and they're fun, and because we are a pretty family-tight unit.
Yep.
And Jim got acquainted with Ulli, and all of a sudden this German showed up on our freaking admin page. We had no idea. Just one day, hey, everybody, welcome Ulli something or other to the admin team. And we looked at it as like, oh, shoot, Germans in the house. And we rib each other pretty hard. And through that, we've all became actually really close friends. And I'll let him tell his side, but he's been in America a couple times now. Actually been to James's house. He's been within 3 hours of me in South Dakota. I've never got to meet him.
Till now? So this is the first time you met him?
The first time in person.
Yeah, so
right.
we've been friends for a couple of years now, and this is actually the first time we've actually been in person to give each other crap.
Man,
So,
and that's what
Very
and,
cool.
and that's what Team Whiskey is all about. We bring people together and we help each other out. And, big shout out to the Giving Hope Cancer Baskets that we our shoot to this weekend benefited from the raffle. We raised them more money this weekend than they have raised in a single year. So
Awesome.
I think
That's
we
great.
all should be good about that. And with that being said, one of the most biggest prizes that everybody was wanting this weekend was this bow that Ulli makes. So Ulli, when did you start making bows?
Oh, it starts 10 years back, I believe. Yeah, 10 years almost. It was just, I just want to try to build my own bow by my own because I am a carpenter. And I said, okay, let's go. I want to find out how to make a bow. And so it starts.
Did you YouTube it?
No, actually, no. I'm used to be a woodworker, and I know some stuff from bows, how they're built. So I just got some information from a friend of mine about the epoxy and the glass laminates and whatever, and I just try and fail.
Awesome. And the bow, if anybody was there, you guys saw the bow. It was beautiful. And that quiver you made, was that, how'd you bend the wood like that?
Actually, I got the wood from a friend of mine, from Thomas Scholl. It's a bowyer, a professional bowyer in Germany. And he's a close friend of mine. Like the last 4 or 5 years, I say. And he sent me this wood to making these bows. And so I get all my wood almost from him.
And so it was already pre-curved?
No, it's just a single chunk of wood.
And then what do you do? Wet it? And
No, I just split it, re-laminate it, put some black stripes in it, and chunk it out. Good.
Awesome. So what town do you live in Bavaria?
In Coburg, it's actually a little small town, 60,000 people, actually, in north of Bavaria.
North of Bavaria.
Close to the border of eastern Germany.
Okay. All right.
Living on the edge.
On the edge, right on the edge. Living on the edge.
So was this your first time in California?
No. Actually, I was here back in 92 for half a year in San Diego, Oceanside. And it was great. It was a great time. I was an exchange student.
Was this the first time that you have been in the Sierra Nevada mountains?
This is the first time, actually.
Yeah. So what do you think of the Sierras?
They're hard to walk off. My legs are still hurting. But it's for fun.
They don't have big mountains in Germany, or?
Yeah, we got the Alps.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not used to be going in Alps because it's just like a 4-hour ride. And I hate mountains. I love plain land.
So you probably learned to hate them even more, a little bit more this weekend, huh?
No, it's good. It's challenging, but I had fun.
Yeah. Yep. Got to meet some of the other brand ambassadors, and
Yeah. Oh, yes. It was at the house. Always fun.
yeah,
Always
Loud.
loud and pegging each other.
yeah.
Especially when you stormed in. And
Oh yeah,
O'clock at
last
night.
night. That was good. It was good.
And Adam, he's
He's funny as hell.
yeah.
He's funny as hell.
He's awesome.
There'll be some clips out about that. You guys will see some of Adam when he turns German for a little bit.
Yeah. He had a
I
nice.
think he left believing he is German now.
Oh yeah.
And he's not sure if he should stay here or move to Europe. Maybe I'm not sure.
I think he will marry me anytime.
I believe he loves you
I know.
deeply.
So Ron, we were talking a little bit earlier. You're talking about how like to take does and you not necessarily the horn hunter kind of guy, kind of like a
Right.
meat hunter like me. I kind of like I can't eat the horns.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If I don't see a buck I like, I just assume shoot a doe because I like hunt and kill shit. Can you say shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah, anything goes here.
Okay.
Anything goes here.
I like to kill shit. So, at where we had been living for the last 5 years or so, myself and my girlfriend, in western South Dakota in the Black Hills, deer in my backyard. We get to hunt western style hunting. I'm a spot and stock guy. Me sitting in a tree doesn't do very well. I'm the
same way. I don't like sitting in a tree.
Yeah,
really
I amazingly have ADD, double DHD. If I'm in a tree stand, I can't.
Exactly.
I'm not good at it. If I'm on some private land in a different area, let's say Illinois or something, that's the style I can deal with it. But by choice, no. So I have two particular bucks I've been chasing for 5 years, never got a shot. And if I have to see a buck I like a lot to put my mindset on it, I'm talking about whitetail, particularly by the way. But other than that, I just like to hunt.
Yeah.
So there's years I haven't shot a good, what I consider a good buck, 6-7 years.
Yeah.
I'll kill the hell out of some does though, because I eat meat. I am an omnivore, carnivore, whatever.
I finally got a doe
use.
up in Wisconsin here about 2 years ago with a crossbow.
They're healthy.
That was kind of fun. I've never
Midwest-
shot anything with a
Midwest-
crossbow. That was fun.
I would like to get my hands on a crossbow.
Yeah.
It's so expensive in Europe over there. And you can't shoot a crossbow in Germany in general. So you have to go to an gun owners club and have to shoot there, not at the archery range. That sucks in my opinion.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
do you get to hunt over in Germany?
We hunt in Germany, but just rifle hunting because bow hunting is forbidden in Germany and Austria.
And why is that? This is what I want to hear.
Really?
Why? Yeah, it is. Back in the 50s, they changed the law because they were thinking the genetic energy is not enough with the bow. So they said, okay, you have to be on a certain kind of genetic energy to go hunting, and they never change it. So
What kind of deer over there in Germany?
actually, we got every animal that you have here in the US.
Really?
Yeah, raccoons as well. So no, it's actually the same.
Cool.
Just have to kill them different.
Yeah, right.
Muleys, whitetails, all
Yeah,
of them? Huh.
yeah,
And you have elk over there?
yeah.
Really? Okay.
Roe deer, and
Roe
elk.
deer, hawks, everything.
Yeah.
Beaver.
So they
Rat.
just think that the bow
I
is
love
not enough kinetic energy to.
Yeah, basically, it's the basic line. But the Bow Hunter Association of Germany and Europe got some hands on it to change that.
So you got some people lobbying to get that changed, so
Yeah.
you guys can go out and.
Yeah, right.
And how hard is it to hunt over there? Is it expensive to hunt, or?
Actually, it's cheaper than here.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I go into Hungary, I pay like 800 for a week, all included, as a bow hunter. Everything, every shot is included.
So you can bow hunt in Hungary.
Yeah, that's where I'm go every single year.
Now, what's the terrain like there? Is it flat or?
No, it's also a little bit of mountains, but not so freaky as here.
Yeah.
Just a little.
In fact, didn't you go there? You went last year.
Yeah, I went last
I
year.
remember you sent me a picture of the fingers or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That area you were hunting. Yeah.
We need to
that's
set
right.
up a Team Whiskey event in Germany or Hungary.
Well,
I dare you.
Now that you
Austria would
mention,
be
Or Austria.
perfect.
well, now that
That'd
you
be
mention
fun.
that, we're getting ready to start launch Team Whiskey Europe with Patrick, our exchange student, who's not too far from where you live,
Yeah, right.
and we're gonna probably try to hook you guys up. Patrick does have some connections with people that work at ski resorts over there. I don't know which ones. I don't know where, what country or whatever. But yeah, how cool would it be to have Ron come over to a Team Whiskey
Oh,
shot
yeah.
shoot in the Alps?
Well, I have
That'd be
Adam as well.
bring Adam to Germany.
yeah.
I don't think he'll come back.
You're right.
He'll
You're
grab
right.
the steins he likes so much, fill them up, and never come back.
Oh yeah.
And then maybe we get Wild Man Bob drinking some good beer.
Yeah.
He won't come back here. He'll be comatose. We'll have to
That's
find
right.
him somewhere in a street corner, sleep, curl up in a ball, I'm thinking.
Yeah. That's correct.
So, Ulli, you have a little bit of an archery career over there as far as competition. Is that correct?
This is correct. Yes, I am. It's just like, as I said, archery became natural to me since 28, 29. Yeah. And after that, I got a mentor in Germany. He's a super lovely guy who teaches me how to shoot the right way. It's Dirk Stuckmann. He wins or won basically everything you can get in the archery industry. European championship, world championship, German championship, whatever. Name it, he has it at home.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the guy you want to learn from.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh,
That's-
yeah. And yeah, I made it Bavarian Championship. I competed at the German Championship, the World Championship in the States, 2019. I compete as well. And
How did you do?
I end up in third place. So
Well, that's
Nice.
third place in the World
Yeah,
Championship.
that's huge.
yeah, it's okay.
Well, he came 2-3 years ago.
3 years ago, 19. What's the World
He
Championship?
he actually came to South Dakota, to Yankton, for the international championships
Yeah.
there. And we had a chance to meet a couple times because he actually went to Oklahoma to my friend Jim's place.
Yeah.
And I didn't make it that fall when he came down. And he was within 3.5 hours of me, and I was on a job that I could not walk away from. I did everything in my power, and the guy comes 4,000 miles across the ocean.
I think it's like
He's
7,000.
3.5 hours away, 4 hours away, and I could not literally get in my pickup and go. And I was actually very upset about the whole deal.
That was
you
a
know?
little bit disappointment to me.
Make me blush. I feel loved. But I mean, he's literally in my backyard, and I couldn't get there. So this meeting is long coming, and it's been
That's very cool.
It's,
Yeah.
it's very finally really cool to get
Cool
together.
that you guys met here and come to the Team Whiskey
Thanks.
event. And, like I said before, it's kind of like what we're all about. It's like kind of what we found with Team Whiskey is whiskey bonds people together. Beer and wine have they kind of separate socioeconomic classes where
That's right.
whiskey, the saying is, there's no bad whiskey, just some's better than others, right? And
Sure.
and we found that out that you find a whiskey drinker and you found a friend.
And I've said this before to you and Justin, and made a point to say team whiskey it's a moniker. Okay, it is what it is. You know, that it's not. We're not just a bunch of lushes out sampling whiskey 24/7 for breakfast after coffee. You know, it's,
Well, maybe this
kinda.
weekend.
Oh, well, excluding the last 48 hours or so, 72 hours, that would be false. But
Well, we
in-
threw a
in
little
general,
moonshine in there too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
There was
Oh,
a lot of
moonshine
there was a
kicked
lot
my
of
ass.
moonshine.
The moonshine made you moon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
still
there was
That's
a
the
upset.
lot.
last thing I need to see is a German ass.
I'm upset I
you'll
missed that
never forget
Huckleberry
it.
moonshine.
God, I've been trying. That's why I've been drinking so much whiskey.
You know, that's one of those images you'll just never lose. You know, if you never see Ulli again, God, he had a nice ass.
I know that.
And I missed that.
But whiskey, like you
Sweet,
said, I agree. I mean,
Kenny's
conversations that
Kenny's
happen,
known to do
you
that
know,
too. So the guy
conversations
we
that
didn't
happen
have.
No, I'll
over
do
a glass of
streaking.
whiskey
I go
are-
full
Yeah.
bore.
They're pure. You know,
Well, and I think too. I mean, as get close to our age, I mean, beer is hard to digest.
I don't know what age you talking about, bro.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Our
I don't know what
age.
he's talking about.
You know,
Okay,
I like
you
beer.
You old fellas, you need to go to Europe and drink some real beer,
Yeah.
right?
I love German beer.
Now I got to tell you, when I went to Germany in 2010 to visit Patrick,
Yeah.
right, and I became a born again beer drinker because I went in born again. I mean,
That's a hell of a
when
phrase,
you're
isn't it?
18 years old in Ohio back in the day, you could start drinking beer. Couldn't drink booze, but you could drink beer.
And you're
So-
drinking whatever you got your hands on, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
And so, I was drinking beer, and then, then went to Germany. Then it was like always just whiskey. I mean, I'd throw in some tequila every once in a while.
I grew up with a bottle of beer in my mouth as a little kid.
Well,
it's just the normal
In
way in
bottle?
Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny.
No, my
it's funny
dad
because
dips in my
Your bread or what?
no,
your pacifier.
Teething.
no. What the little kids get in the mouth in English?
Pacifier.
That's what it's called, pacifier.
Pacifier?
Yeah,
The
pacifier.
nipple thing.
Yeah.
The nipple
Pacifier. Pacifier. Okay. He dips in the beer and give it to me. And I'm
So what you
Still-
would do is say, "Daddy, I have a toothache." Ooh.
See, my mom would she used whiskey.
okay.
Yeah, I was going to say
Say,
it's whiskey
she used
here in
whiskey when I was
America.
teething, and then,
My mom used brandy.
yeah.
My mom
Yeah,
was a devout
brandy
Christian,
too.
so
Blackberry
brandy
brandy.
was meant just as medicinal, strictly
Yeah.
medicinal in our house.
Well, yeah, it's always medicinal purposes.
Right.
So it's always the same, right?
But I remember Patrick's dad saying something that stuck with me when we were over there in 2010, and we were talking about the beer and how good it was. Remember when I reached out to you and said,
Yeah.
"Well, bring us some Augustiner,"
Yeah.
and you thought it was pretty cool that we knew about that.
Yeah.
He said, "If there were no beer, there would be no reason to live." That's what he said.
Beer is life, huh?
Yeah, in Germany, especially in Bavaria, the beer is basically a food. It's written down in the law. You have to get your hands on a beer. So
And then
we grew up like
It's most like 7% or 10%.
no 5.8,
Oh, 5, okay.
5.5. It depends on the beer.
So, what is your favorite? Do you drink Helles? Do you drink Weiss, or what do you drink?
No, I drink Helles. It's a brewery near my hometown called Bayreuther Hell, and in my opinion, it's the best German beer you get your hands on. Not the Augustiner.
I didn't get a chance. Not
What's the
Augustiner.
name
No.
again?
Not Augustiner.
What is it again?
Augustiner.
Augustine. Oh,
It's
I
a
think I've had it
it's a famous Munich brewery.
Well, you can't get it over
Yeah,
here because
bring it
I
over.
looked
I
all
haven't had
over. I tried all over to get it after I came back. and-
Actually, you're going to the East Coast. There's this all over the place right now.
I was gonna say. I feel
Really?
like I've
You
had
can
it
get it-
before
you
over
you
in
can get
East
the
New
Helles
York.
and the Weiss.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I've ever seen was the Bach.
That's right. That's a special brewing for the Easter time, and it has 10 or 15 or the strongest beer had 28%.
So
Seriously?
one
It's
beer.
just like you feeling oil in your glass.
I feel like 15% is the highest I've ever tried. 28%. Wow.
We call it Echo 28.
I'm gonna try that right now.
Oh,
Where's it at?
This would be a very short podcast.
oh yeah.
As we're
drinking
sitting here
whiskey.
drinking whiskey.
Well,
It
that-
kicks
the beer
in
would-
immediately.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Better have a full stomach to soak some of that up, boy. Holy crap.
So, Ron, when you're talking about that, you like to spot and stalk. I mean, are you hunting open land? Because I've been through South Dakota like once. Is it all open, or are you hunting in?
No, a combination. So in the western part of the state, well, I shouldn't say it that way. Primarily in the western part of the state, you're hunting muleys, whitetail, antelope, what have you. You have muleys in the eastern part of the state as well, but in the western part, a lot of open country, a lot of prairie, but there's also the Black Hills, national forest areas, and you're in pine trees, Sturgis, very dense.
I go through there a lot.
Well,
I know why.
Our old place is only an hour from there, but so you're stuck in the woods. It's like hunting in Colorado. There's spots where you get dense trees. You got, the farthest shot might be 10 yards, whatever.
Is it coniferous forest or deciduous?
Coniferous. So then you've got prairie lands. Like for instance, there's areas near Sturgis, actually north of Sturgis, Piedmont. There's Harding County is a popular unit for hunting antelope. It's wide open flats. So your belly crawl and your glassing technique is your success out there. Your prep, that's your success there. You can't just walk in 2 feet and go, oh look, I'll take a shot. You gotta work. You gotta put in the work for it.
Yeah, because you're saying that you don't like tree stand, but back east where I'm from in Ohio with deciduous forest, it's hard to sneak around there.
It is, and I should say we actually have both out there. It's not just there's dense and there's not so dense, and it depends on what you like to hunt. There's guys that like to hunt just open ground, and it works for them. Then there's myself. I like a combination. Give me something to duck into. Give me something to set up. The reason I like spot and stalk so much is you're in a tree stand, you're waiting on a deer.
Right.
You can't. The game is the game. That is the game. You're waiting for a target animal or an animal to cross your path at whatever yardage you decide to shoot at. Being spot and stalk, if it doesn't work out, you can change the game by virtue of changing locations, changing how you track an animal, how you set up for an animal. If you're in a specific tree, that is your tree. If you're on the ground, that deer comes out there every day. I don't need to be here. Tomorrow I'm going to be there. You can do that with a tree, but you're still in the tree.
Yeah.
You're locked to that tree, if that makes sense.
Right. You're waiting for it to get the shot.
You're waiting. You're
But
playing
then
the
you
patience
also
game.
have a greater view of what's going on around you.
True, and there's advantages to both, obviously. I mean, nothing wrong with tree stand hunting because you use what you got. In the east, that's hunting.
That's what you do.
Blinds, tree stands, I'm not against it. I can do it. I just don't personally have any joy in it.
I know everybody out here usually spots and stalks, but up here in the Sierras, as you guys can see, the trees are so big, big open, big ground. It's forested. Those deer aren't just sitting out in the open, and so to spot them,
no way.
You have to have
Good
a
luck.
spotting scope that can look through like a 3 foot, 4 foot wide cedar tree.
Sure.
And I haven't found one yet. So we started, did spot and stalk, and then because I did whitetail outfitting. So I was always back in Ohio hunting, and so that's how I hunted. And then we came out here, we tried spot and stalk, and every time I was out there, I was like, man, that'd be a good tree. I'd like to sit in that tree for a morning or an evening,
Yeah.
And then we started setting up tree stands, and literally, so the place we hunt has like about a 9-10% success ratio. And we've been setting up tree stands, and we've been averaging about 50-60% success.
That's a heck of a jump.
So. It does work. It takes a lot more effort out here because it's not like back in the Midwest. You drive up with the quad,
Yeah.
Drop off, get out of the tree stand, walk 100 yards, and then you're there. You're going in, then you gotta find it at night. So it has its own difficulties, but we have found success in it, and usually there's a lot of recon of cameras and stuff, and
Sure.
we find animals. If we find them walking around during the daytime, we know this is a good place to be set up because and it's the same thing. You're in the Midwest, so there's still agriculture there, and you see these fields, and you got these little patch of trees, and they create these little
Funnels. And
Ike funnels, or I like to call them, like railroad exchange. It's like they come in this trail and they can go that trail, that trail, that trail. There's like a bunch of different trails. Those are the things like I like to set up on. But it's the thing here is it's an alpine meadow.
Right.
and they're eating, in the alpine meadows. So it's, I haven't, the only time I've had any kind of success with that out here is with wild pigs, because it's open ground. You can see them. Pigs are, I guess they're smart, but like they're not very aware, because like you can run down the hill and
I don't think they care. I think that's more of it. They don't give a shit.
no, they do, because
once they don't.
Once
They
they
got good
recognize
nose.
that a human's there, they're gone. And the first time I saw a wild pig run away, it was the funniest thing I ever saw. That little meat, that little sausage just run. Those little legs. I was like, I couldn't believe how fast it was running. Did you see that? That was hilarious. It was
In Hungary, when you're going for pigs, they are so smart, dude. It's unbelievable.
Super smart. Yeah.
If you had a certain spot and sit there for 10 days and get a chance to shoot just one pig, the spot is cleared for a year.
You'll never come back.
They never come back. They have recognize it. They remember it.
Probably smell it, everything.
No, smell, not so bad, but they remember it. So that don't cross this road anymore.
yeah.
Hey, Jimmy got shot there, bro.
Yeah.
Let's take a right.
Yeah.
Well, they did say. I mean, pigs have DNA of humans. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they have said that.
That's right. That's right. I've heard that too.
Yeah, I mean, growing up hunting whitetail, that is so weary, right? I mean, even the blacktails out here are not.
Oh, jeez, I wish.
They're not as weary as in the mule deer. They're not as weary as the whitetails. Like they're gone. Like,
Well, I got friends that don't. They're like, you're spotting stalking whitetail. You know, whitetail.
Right.
They live on the edge of everything is going to kill me. You know? I don't
See,
care.
I find that with the muleys. They
Muleys
get
are
a little-
stupid. Muleys are stupid.
Really? See now.
I consider muleys dumb. It's the stalk that makes them smart.
See, I grew up in
Because if
Idaho
you-
area, and we did a lot of whitetail out there. I mean, still, I go up there. My dad still lives in Lewiston, and there's so many whitetail, and the muleys are the ones that get skittish up there. Like they're hard to get.
The muleys, for me, in my experience anyway, muleys aren't. I consider them kind of dumb because I've shot at a muley, missed it, and it went 10 yards. I want to see what was that, and got a second shot. Whitetail normally, I mean, on TV it happens, but normally that shot was the end of your day, at some point. In a spot stalk, and I have friends that go, you spot and stalk whitetail. Yeah, it's a freaking rush
Yeah,
because
that's what we do
whitetail
in
are
Idaho
about
all
as
the time.
aware as you could get of an animal because they're always loaded up. They're always ready. And the buck's out on the edge watching the does, and the does are, and you get a couple of does playing around, which is what you need. Then the lead doe, that's the the alarm system. You get her not paying attention one time, you get lucky. Muleys, they don't, I think, become smart and skittish until you blow your first stalk. That's kind of how I view it. The first time you get busted, okay, when they run, they're going to the next county. Boing, 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 bye-bye. So,
Well, see, that's my experience in Idaho. Those muleys, man, I'm telling you, they just
yep, they're
they're
gone.
hard to find.
So I don't think they're
Right.
really smart until you educate them. People
And
educate
I'm sure
deer
it's
all the
different
time.
areas. I mean, I'd love to hunt in South Dakota. I've never been over there and done that.
what about pheasant hunting? You got any hookups for pheasant hunting there? Because South Dakota. Let's face facts. Like people hear about South Dakota, where they hear about pheasant hunting.
Well, it just so happens that my girlfriend's son owns Extreme Pheasant Outfitters. You can check it out on Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a team
I
whiskey
was-
hunt.
Let's do it.
We can set up something.
Let's do that because
be fun.
I my dad was a bird hunter. He didn't really like big game,
That was
and
my dad, too.
growing up in Ohio back in the 70s and early 80s, there wasn't a lot of whitetail.
Hit the ducks. My dad used to hit the ducks in Ohio.
Yeah, and
yeah.
so we were small game, basically, and when you could hunt, you could only it was an 8-point buck, and then it all changed where okay, we're gonna give you a doe. Oh shit! Now we're gonna give you 2 does, and then now I mean, you can shoot unlimited urban deer,
Right.
and they give you 3 and a buck, But going back to that, like you saying about pigs, remember, I wanted to point on something. I noticed when I was whitetail outfitting, I'm looking at the same 370 acres every day for 4 months out of the year, and cameras and stuff. Those bucks, they get their picture taken at a place, they're gone. They never come back. The mature ones, I mean, some of the 2.5-year-olds, but 3.5-year-olds maybe. But if it's a 4.5, 5.5-year-old buck,
deer.
I had one that was, man, it was probably a Boone and Crockett 8-pointer. It was massive.
That's a lot of bone.
Yep, it was massive and wide and the 16, 20
All
inch.
twos, the whole 9 yards.
all the way around.
Huge deer.
Yeah, it was a huge deer, and I got a picture of him. He never came back.
No,
He never came up because, believe me, I kept the camera there just to get another picture of him to see if he was there. And it was like 3:00 in the morning, and I got the picture. But he never came back. And then I just started noticing scrapes in other places.
Yeah.
So I set it up over scrape. He got his picture taken. He's like, okay, I don't like
gone.
that. I'm gone. And so they have a memory too. And then like I had these does one time, in a tree stand, bring my little pee bottle, right? Literally got caught with my dick in my hand. I was pissing in a bottle. These does come out and they look at me, they snort, and they're gone. Well, it was a great location, so I went back again, and as they came in, they'd look right up at me.
Yep.
So you know what I did? I moved the tree stand to the other side. They were looking up here, but I was over here.
Should I tell you a story about my last hunt? I was in Hungary. And first day, first sit, tree stand. I said, okay, let's go. Morning. Sunrise. Nice, blurry. Good. I see a shadow right in the left eye. What's this here? Freaking huge elk coming up. 150 yards. So, okay, what I do? Climbed in a tree. It was a apple plant, old apple plant. I circled him over, like 1.5 kilometer around him, and I hear him waving on branches and scraping and wiggling all over. It was just like 5 meters in front of me,
Really?
and covered in bushes. Okay, what to do? Nothing.
What can you do, right?
No, nothing. My arrow, maybe not. Anyway, let go. Last day of the hunt. I sitting right on the fucking tree stand. Morning, sit there, still. Okay, I take a piss. I must take a piss. Oh, no, stay. He will come. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I'm gone. Take off. 3 meters to the next tree. My wiener out. Take a piss.
My wiener out.
Severe spitzel.
Sip it up. Turn around. This fucker was right in front of me. 10 meters.
Like,
Look at me and said, you fucker. My bow at the ground. 3 meters from me. I said, okay, dude. We met next year. So I hope so. He's still there this year. But
I think we should have a PB Chronicles.
See, it's nice that you
Hear
guys,
all these stories.
you guys connect on a whole
Yeah.
new level that
Yeah.
we didn't expect.
Yeah, we both got caught with our dicks in our hands. That's
it was not funny at that moment.
It never is. It never is.
Lock the bathroom door.
Oh, man. That's funny
That's good stuff.
Yeah. So, did you compete in? How'd you do in Europe? What was like the tournaments over there that you shot in? Over there?
I was at the European Championship in 16 and 18.
How'd you do?
18 was about 16th place. I fucked up real bad at the last day. So anyway,
Well, how many archers?
in my competition class, 250 whatever.
Well, 16 is still damn good.
Yeah. But anyway, I sucked.
I hear you.
yeah. I had really bad memories about this. We shoot 4 days in a row. And first 2 days, I was just 8 points below maximum points. Second day and third day, I was at 4th or 5th place. And the last day, I got a brain fuck. I sucked.
Sure.
Yeah.
So was it compound or recurve?
Compound, yeah.
Compound.
Yeah. Freestyle unlimited.
Did you hit the neck like Ron did today?
That was 103 freaking 2 yards. Give me a little credit.
I
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Hey.
he snapped his coat on it.
The neck is a kill shot.
You know what? I had
Yep.
a chance to be close. We started raining. So I threw my raincoat as we walked. We got up to that deal, and I had in my head, I knew to unstrap this, roll it up, pull it back. 'Cause I don't shoot with coats on. Winter time's a different thing, but just I said it to myself before I got on the log to shoot. Got up there, already heated the moment, knock it, check range, drew back. It broke nice. I heard this slap.
Yep.
And I thought for sure, as sure as there's a God in heaven, that my bow blew up in my hand. Because it saw it. I mean, at close, where I'm standing, that snap of that plastic right there, first thing I did, it hit, I ducked.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah,
I
so
ducked. I looked at my upper limb like, what the heck?
Even the
And
group
then
behind you goes,
Yeah.
you snapped your jacket, didn't you? And you're like,
I looked at it, and my jacket was like that. Then it was bunched like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, no. And then I heard somebody go, neck. Thanks.
Yep.
I lose. So I sucked.
Sometimes you have to deal with it. Next time, sit down and take a shot.
Yeah, right. Which is a good
And
point.
don't wear a coat.
Well, this guy sits down at that bear shot at 103 yards because he just didn't want to wait for everybody to get from the signs. He's sitting on a rock waiting for us to shoot, right? He ranges it. I look over, he's shooting, and we're not filming him because he's not at the sign. I look over, I just grab my binocular, I grab my phone and just, too late, grab my binoculars like, you got to be kidding me. He's sitting on his ass, ranges it out, 103, nuts that bear, dead center X.
Oop.
I mean, the pictures, I sent the pictures to Justin already.
Oh, awesome.
I think I did.
Well, he's third in the
Heck-
world.
heck
now
of
you
a,
have to do.
a heck of a shot. He didn't suck that day.
No.
Not at all. We sucked. He did not.
What, Ulli, what's the farthest that you've shot a animal with your bow?
For real?
Yeah.
Idaho was 10, 8, 10, 50 meters.
50 meters.
Mm.
What about you, Ron?
67 yards.
It's a poke. I mean, in a hunting situation.
Open prairie.
Open prairie is. But then open prairie, you got wind you're dealing with. So there's a lot.
It was one of those perfect, seriously, one of those perfect, not a breath of wind. Animal had no idea I was there. I had one cactus bush cluster I was sitting behind, waiting for him to get closer. He was working in from like 150 yards. Stopped, must have found a little puddle of water or something to drink. And I was there for about 20 minutes, just waiting. I had all day. It was like 9 in the morning. I had all day. Wasn't coming. Some other does came in. They were settled. And literally just said, oh, to hell with it. At that point, the farthest I ever shot an animal was 40 yards.
Yeah.
At that point. I practice long yardage. Doesn't make me any better than anybody else, but I do practice the long yardage. Hit it, passed through it 67 yards, double lunged him. He went down about 40 yards. So a little bit of luck involved, sure.
What kind of broadhead was it?
That broadhead was good old-fashioned Thunderhead 100.
Oh, my God.
No.
That's what I started hunting with.
Yeah, that's what I started hunting with.
And
They're
it
still
took-
around?
Huh?
Yeah, they're still around?
They're still around.
It was funny
forgot.
because I had a friend of mine. I'm all amped to go on this hunt. It was in eastern Ohio in this little wildlife refuge like area, called Fox Lake. It had like a 40 acre lake on it, and it had some good woods, and it was, nobody, you had to walk into it, so nobody could ride quads, and I always kind of look for those places that where, people have to walk,
Sure.
because I feel like I can separate myself from people in that situation.
Definitely.
And get there in the morning all amped, and I look over my buddy, he's like, we know how to put those Thunderhead, their individual blade. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I got to put my broadheads together. It's fucking pitch black at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That's when, sometimes you go hunting with people, that kind of dictates the hunt, right?
It's when I started bow hunting, my bow case looked like a freaking Matchbox car collection because I didn't know any better or anything worse. It came with the stuff, right? I bought a used bow, came with the case, came with the arrows, I just happened to get new arrows at MASH, and I had like a old Zwicky, I had old Fred Bears, I had 2-blade, I had that. And I said, what are those? Those are Thunderhead, NAP, whatever they were. I'll take a pack of those too. So never shot them, just they're in the package for like a year. So I killed stuff with the I don't remember which head I killed was first, the Fred Bear or the Zwicky, whatever it was, but it was a 2-blade
Single bevel
blade. Green color, those stiletto.
The green color, yeah.
The green color
yeah,
ones?
Yeah, Fred
So
Bear.
the first deer I killed was with that in Arizona. So the next deer I killed, I said, I was cleaning out my bow case one year. I was like, I got to shoot these things, you know. And back then, I didn't know nothing about tuning a freaking bow or arrow because you know what? Facebook didn't exist in 1990 freaking 2. Thank God.
Good.
So it didn't ruin me till later in life, you know. So I put them together, followed it. I shot them at targets at 20 yards, and I killed a deer up in near Flagstaff, Arizona, at like 30 yards.
I love Flagstaff.
Nutted it. No big deal, right? So I never shot any other broadheads again. In fact, I still have them in the case, the original bow.
I still have a Thunderhead 125.
So the same pack of blades, 3-pack of blades I bought in 1992, one of those heads what I killed that deer with at 67 yards in South Dakota in 2010 is when I killed that antelope. I think it was 2010. It was out of that same pack of blades.
Right.
That's it. So I've always liked them.
Yeah, well, let's face facts. I mean, they used to do it with a rock, right?
As they
Hey, real
say.
quick,
You know.
Whiskey Justin. We need some more ice and another whiskey bottle.
Garçon.
Gaston.
Jingle, jingle.
Well, yeah.
No, but to be serious, everybody had to start at some point. So
Right.
Like Andrew today, we told him what he has to do at the tuning, at the arrow selection,
Exactly.
whatever. So if you don't have anybody to teach you this lesson, you have to find out by yourself. So
Right.
it's all about-
Thankfully, though, I will say I did learn from a friend of mine I met in Arizona and South Dakota about tuning arrows, because the thunderheads do not fly unless you are absolutely sure your bow is tuned, because they will take off at about 35 yards
Yeah,
or
right.
so. Goodbye.
left or right.
Where'd you hunt in Arizona?
I know that.
You know,
I know.
Left to right,
Where'd you hunt in Arizona?
all over.
My dad lived in Kingman there for a while. There's some big elk down in there.
I
didn't get one, but my dad
At the
did.
time, I lived in the Mesa Gilbert area down the valley.
More ice, Whiskey Justin.
And those deer were up in unit, I think it was unit 6 up by Flagstaff, south of Flagstaff. And I hunted Payson a lot. Mogollon Rim. I used to live in Young, Arizona.
Oh, cool.
I lived at 7,800 feet for a couple of years, and that's God's country up there. There's you only see true hunters in that part of the country because there's no road hunting. You have to get off your butt, strap on your
do it.
shoes, and get back in the woods in the back country up there.
So funny. I didn't start hunting out west, even though I'd lived out there for 15 years, 16 years. I never hunted out here because I was always going back to my whitetail farm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was like I had a walk-in by. I mean, I had it set up pretty nice. So it was like, and that's where I got my meat. So,
Thank you, sir.
you know, the first time that I came out here to hunt, it was just so different because the clothing's different. You know, you can't use the same clothing that you used back there. You know,
Why? Tell me.
because
It's
you're
totally different.
you're sitting
It
in
is.
a tree stand.
'Cause I grew up in Ohio too, so
Like you
I've
need
done
this
both.
thick, heavy. You need to be hot going to the tree stand, and then
Yeah, you're talking about temperature.
yeah.
I mean,
Temperature.
the clothes by camouflage or the camo. I
I-
don't believe in camo at all.
You don't.
No. Why? You're sitting in a tree
Right.
stand in muscle
They see black
loader
and white.
season and had the red jacket or hat on and hunting either.
Well, see, in
and
Ohio
get
you
some
have to
game.
wear orange. Like
Yeah,
in
right.
Wisconsin too, they make
So-
you wear orange.
Why
During
you
gun
believe
season.
Why you all the Americans believe in camouflage? In Europe,
It's just cool. Camo's
camouflage. We
cool.
go out in a sweater and a jeans and we hunt and we succeed.
Yeah, but camo's cool.
Okay, I forgot that about it.
I killed my first deer in jeans and a black, I think, sweatshirt or something
Yeah,
like that.
right.
That's fine. But you know what? Camo's freaking cool.
Exactly.
It is
Camo's
kind of
cool.
starting to be a little bit of a fashion
Yeah. It
thing,
is. Yeah.
you know what I mean? But I do have to say, the camo is probably more effective on humans.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
there's sometimes humans don't. Oh wow! We just got the total here for the Giving Hope cancer kits.
Okay. What's up?
$9,284.51 we raised from
That's
that.
Nice.
awesome. Bravo.
That's cool.
So
Thanks
That's
so
good
much.
stuff.
yeah,
Thank you, everyone.
That's going to be, like she said, over a year of kits, and she's just ecstatic. And she couldn't come up. She's on oxygen, and getting up in the altitude was bothering her. And I think more so it was bothering the machine that was creating oxygen. I don't know what that machine was, but she had some issues. But man, they're just all so thankful. And that's like, the best part of Team Whiskey is when I get to call one of these places and say, hey, this is Kevin from Team Whiskey. We're going to be in your area, and we're going to donate $1 of every purchase to your group. Or when we do these events and I reach out to them, and first of all, they get caught on Team Whiskey. Like, okay. And as a matter of fact, we tried to donate. There's a group here in Amador County, which is really cool because, it's isolated here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have to drive a long way to go get treatment. So they got like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 10 vans or whatever that they shuttle people to, treatment, which is great because that's kind of like giving them money. And so we thought, wow, that's a really good group to call. And so then I called them, and I'm like, this is Kevin from Team Whiskey. And they're like, I could just hear in their voice. They already had this idea.
Right.
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
It's like,
Yeah.
Drunk idiots.
Yeah.
like Whiskey
Well-
Kenny. Everybody thinks I'm driving
Not
around
that we're
drunk.
not drunk idiots, but yeah.
And so we found this lady because we were trying to find a place, and there's, it's so isolated here, so there's nothing here, nothing in Alpine County. That's why we looked in Amador County. Well, this lady was in Calaveras County, which is the next county down by Angels Camp. And, she was like, yeah, and so we hope she gets the benefit. And so this is more than, so she just started this because she just recently got diagnosed. She started this because she found out what she needed when she started treatment. So she created these cancer kits.
Sadly, through the experience.
What's in the kit?
I'm not exactly sure. I know there's like blankets, and I think there's like gift certificates for wigs, and then there's gift cards and things like that. Like debit, cards that pre-charge cards, whatever you call those. And
she knows what she needs, and
Yeah.
we'll give it into the
Yeah,
other
and
ones.
evidently, if you go on her Facebook page, like there's all these testimonials of people who are like, "Oh wow, this has been so awesome." So,
Real quick, I'm gonna get a little personal. I don't know. Did I tell you already?
no,
I've been kind of keeping it from you, but 3 days ago, my mom just said she's got cancer again, second time.
oh shit.
Yep,
My-
breast cancer
Prayers
again.
to her.
She's already had her boob removed 30 years ago.
No
This-
shit.
that
Came
long.
back. Now it's on 2 lymph nodes, but it hasn't spread yet. And
That's a good news.
the
Prayers
doctor's
to
trying
her.
to tell her to, do chemo here for like 6 months. I'm like, bullshit. Cut that shit out now.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's calling another oncologist, and she's going to try to get it cut out. But
Well, prayers to her for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause,
and,
well, my mom and Mary were friends. I mean, yeah, it's
That's
sad.
crazy.
I'm not really knowing how to deal with it, to be honest with you.
well, I just know from my experience, I lost my mom, I lost my brother, I lost my wife, and in our country, the way we treat it, we're limited on what we can actually do.
It's sad how we treat it, actually.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just-
and I think I had a friend of mine who was a crazy hillbilly, and Justin knows him, Claw Hand Jeff, and he's kind of born with like polio. He's got this little claw hand, but I tell you what, man, you get in a fight with him,
claw hand.
that little freaking claw, man,
Jack you
it'll-
up.
Yeah. it's like short, it's short, boop, boop, boop.
T-Rex claw.
But he said, he goes, in 20 years from now, we're gonna look back at this the way we treat it with chemo and stuff. That we're gonna look at this as like it was like putting leeches on people.
Oh,
the way we
yeah.
look back at stuff in the medieval times, the way they treated, he's really, kind of right. I think that we're going to have to get to some other other part of that. But we're just limited on what we can do, and it's all, let's face the facts. We're all going through this now with the vaccine and all this stuff, and I don't want to get into that. But,
right.
but
I don't either,
topic.
but I gotta say it. If we would ever, we have a whatever $1 trillion deficit, right? How about we just make part of that deficit cancer treatment or leukemia? Something is pinpointed at a target with a definite,
I totally agree.
no fail goal.
Okay,
The highest death
That's
rate.
all I'm gonna say.
Pick that one. Hit that one.
That's cancer.
Next death rate, hit that
1.6
one.
million people a
Just
year
go.
in the United States, and we're worried about 400,000 people dying of the flu.
Yeah.
That
Monkeypox.
have many other morbidities, and
Well,
what
now
we
it's
want.
monkeypox.
Monkeypox. I kind of like the name of it though. I mean,
It's the new
And,
COVID.
Yes.
Um,
Ridiculous. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get too deep into it.
Yeah.
all right, so she sent Justin a text, and he just sent it to me, and I try not to tear up because this shit is. Chris, the lady that started this, I'm gonna have you read it because I don't think I can do it.
I don't even think
Here.
I can.
Here,
I mean, you're asking me. I've been drinking
Ron,
all
you
day.
read
I'll
it.
give it a
Start with
shot.
thank you. It's like on the second.
So on behalf of Chris, this text is coming to Justin. Hey, Justin, I'm so very sorry I didn't make it today, and I had to leave early yesterday. I had a little bit of a respiratory crisis. I am good now. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity you gave to Giving Hope Cancer Kits. I have never heard of an organization do this type of fundraiser, and it is truly incredible that you have such a huge heart and makes this available to cancer-related nonprofits. I want to share our grand total with you. It is officially $9,284.51.
Nice.
You have no idea how long it would have taken us to raise this, as we have been, and how raise as we have been, and how many people you are helping. It brings tears to my eyes just thinking about it. I hope this event was.
It's giving me chills a little bit.
I hope this event was successful for you as well, and hope there's a chance we will be invited back next year. Thank you again to you and your dad for allowing this opportunity. I wish we were there to hug you both, but hopefully next year. I'm going to copy and paste this to your dad. You guys are my angels. And it's followed by 3 big
Both
hearts.
of you crying right now.
Awesome.
Man, you need a hug?
It's awesome. Yep.
Yeah, dude, it's I mean, that's the beautiful part about Team Whiskey, right?
I thought I could read it.
It's we help people, and it's like, and we help each other out too, because just through social media, we're helping each other. If you want to become, more influencers, I think they call them, or whatever, or get to know more people. We're all helping each other, and that's really the most beautiful thing about it is, and the amazing people that are attracted to the brand.
Well, definitely.
The people that are attracted to the brand are such good people, and I'm amazed every time I work at booth. Like sometime, and our goal is to make it to every state. So we make it to South Dakota to do an event because actually we've actually
Do a Flatlands one.
we actually
I think a lot of people like that. They don't have to hike up, down,
no Sturgis.
I will come as well.
So many people have told us, like, you go to Sturgis, you better bring a semi load of stuff.
It'd be a central location for
Yeah.
sure. It would definitely.
That would be awesome.
But we plan on making it every state, and and as we go to every state, now we're like 13 states that we've given money to, and and sometimes it's not a whole lot.
No,
But,
a dollar.
It's
Every little
Five-
bit
but
all
we
adds
gotta
up.
do
more than they
yeah,
adds up.
yeah, $500, but that's $500 somebody else's pocket that nobody else is doing, and
right.
and we are the only ones that do this, and we are the only shoot that does this, and I think that's what makes it special, and I think that's why people come, and what an amazing archery. The archery community is amazing. I think the hunting community is amazing. Really, all the outdoor sports, but the hunting community especially, because we're out there, and we fail more than we succeed.
Oh, sure.
You know what? I believe in we found our freedom. We found our freedom in the outdoors. We respect life.
Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it's
we
all
are,
about.
We are
You're
back to basic, and if would everybody go a little bit back to his basics, it would be a better world.
I
That's
agree.
for sure.
I mean,
Totally
bottom
agree.
line is we come from a primitive history. I mean, it's what it is.
And archery changed mankind.
Agreed. I mean, and for me, the Team Whiskey thing, when I came across Team Whiskey a year, however long ago, it's been a year, whatever it is. For me, and I use this word a lot in conversation with people that know me, that know I use it. I need things to pass what I call a vibe check. Okay, for me personally.
A moral check.
Well, moral too, but for me, the word I use is vibe check.
I like that
You know,
too.
vibe check. And I believe myself to be a pretty easygoing, happy-go-lucky guy. I'm the person that you can piss off and not know you pissed off. It's like me a month of punching in the mouth because I can either get over it or I won't. So the vibe check for me was not when I bought a couple hats on the site before I was even part of the crew. It was when I actually went on the site at a later date over a glass of whiskey and actually read the bio. I had not read the whole
I don't even think I read
bio
it.
or the whatever you call it, the mission statement you have on the site.
Yep.
I don't think I read that for 6 months later or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, these guys. Okay, the first thing that caught me was youth involvement, and this is what we do specifically for cancer and cancer-related issues. That was my vibe check. That was a box checked. I'm in.
go.
Must
And,
have.
and that minute I read that is when I said, I'm going to send my name and see what happens. You know, I'm nobody, but let's see if they could use the guy out in South Dakota, whatever. And for whatever, time, it takes time to go through stuff. And it was like a couple months later, like, I guess I didn't pass. Then out of nowhere, I got this freaking email. I was like, freaking sweet. Let's dig deeper into this, So for me, that box was checked right away. Then after, I think, a few messages with Justin, just getting acquainted and what have you, then Miss Essie, Sess was, relating what we do, how we do it. It just made it was easy.
Yeah.
So for me also, the group of people we were with this weekend, not even counting this, but in general, I'll have to say, not just archery, but the outdoor community, there's a vibe. It's a fucking, it's a vibe.
Yeah,
Big
you
time.
can,
Okay,
you can say that word.
is its own vibe. Fishing is a vibe.
Yeah.
The outdoor connection as a whole, for me, is my vibe. And if it ties in with that, all boxes checked. Until I have a reason to uncheck one. And I have not found one yet. Even with Adam. Being involved, I'm still leaving the box checked. I'm cool.
Oh yeah. at the first day, Adam was, let's say, a little bit shy to me because I'm the freaking German.
You say shy?
He wasn't sure what
Yeah,
to.
he
He wasn't
was
sure which way to
shy?
go yet.
I didn't know he
was-
was shy.
He was shy.
He wasn't. He wasn't sure which way
No
to go
shit.
yet.
Yep.
He wasn't sure yet.
Yeah. After, let's say, an hour, he checked me. Yeah, okay. I'm just fucking around with everybody. Just picking here, picking there,
I
It's
think
just,
we all do.
yeah. Is it on a funny way?
Yeah.
I can deal with it every time, anyway. So,
Yeah,
and he was
thick skin.
okay.
You have to.
Now I got the German accent. Jesus. What is
He
going on
he
here?
ran that for day one
day
for a
one.
solid at least 6 hours
Oh, yeah.
nonstop. Everything he said came out Bavarian. It was just insane.
And
It was insanely
funny.
funny to a point where
It almost got not
let him
funny.
up. But he kept getting funnier. So it
Yeah.
wasn't like nothing repetitive. Nothing got repeated the same way twice. It
Yeah, right.
So that's what kept him from getting knocked out, I think, is because he's doing his German accent, but the shit's still funny.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I sent Justin one video where we drink the beer,
Yeah.
and my camera hit him, and he actually
He just can't.
freaking couldn't let he laughed, and that was later in the day, so the shit kept getting
Yeah.
funnier.
Well, I think the one
And-
that he showed us today was when you guys were out yesterday, and he was doing the German golf announcer, and
I just
his mind.
suggested that. That's hilarious.
That one just was killing me because it was like so funny, and the voice that he makes is like probably like it's exactly like the voice that you hear somebody like kind of in America trying to do a German
You're
accent.
right.
He sounds like the Schwarzenegger. We're here to pump you up guy. You know, pump you up.
Somebody need to send me this video.
Well, that's the way.
No, they sent it me already.
Okay, I'll get it to you. But it is.
No, it was a funny day. It could be a little bit funny when I was, let's say, sick.
Yeah, about halfway through.
Hangover sick.
Oh.
Well,
You
that's
just gotta drink more whiskey.
well. The
That's
thing
all.
about that self-inflicted illness is
Part of it definitely
Drink
was.
more whiskey.
Is,
You're back in it.
is you just kind of you just realize that you did it to yourself,
Oh yeah.
and then
Nobody to blame but you.
Yeah, but it was funny.
We had some help. I'm not gonna lie. We helped you, but
That's awesome.
yeah we
I'm glad you guys are all bonding like that. That's awesome.
oh yeah, I think Adam would actually marry him. I think he would.
And to be serious, if it happened 2024 in Austria, the whole house will come to Austria for sure. Robert,
that would be.
Adam.
we're gonna hook you up with Patrick. We're going to get this started. So we're
Logistics,
funding
will work
I wanna
itself
go.
out.
well, you know how
Awesome.
Germany is. Over here is like, hey, dude, you want to start a business? Cool.
Let's
We
rock
go
on.
start it. Over in Germany, that's not the
Not
way.
the way- no.
That's
It's
the
gonna
way
take
it
some
works.
logistics and some patience.
Paperwork.
Well, it was funny because when I was over there practicing for the Tettenweiss team, they said, we want to get you to play in a game because they've never had an American on their squad. And I was like, yeah, I want to play. They're like, okay, we'll start. I had to sign a contract, and they had to start the contract process. This is for like intramural, like this isn't professional, but they take it all that stuff so seriously.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't get the paperwork done before I flew back to like play a game. But I got to play a couple scrimmage games
That's a
with them.
German thing. We took everything too serious. Yeah, to be honest, in every way. If you have to sign some paper for work or get a driver license or start your own business, whatever, it takes so much paperwork and so much passion to start it. It's horrible.
You probably have to have passion
Getting
just
like
to finish
that
the
here.
paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
You have to
It's
be
getting
committed.
like that in America, too.
Yeah.
It is. It's getting silly.
Well, we had to go down to the German consulate to sign these papers, right? And it was months in the making to get this to happen. And it was down in San Francisco.
bet.
And we went in there, and they didn't really like joking around too much. They
Nope.
were very, very
Straight.
serious. And
Straight and serious
and
all time.
And I can't go without making jokes. It's hard not to like.
Okay, monkeypox.
Oh, I'm super serious.
No chance.
Yeah.
No chance.
So well, as a matter of fact, when Justin, we were leaving Germany in 2010, he had this knife. Americans, we got to have some kind of weapon, right? So we brought some knives with us, and
He already got the joke.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh, you're fucked.
so we're getting ready to fly, and we've been in Europe for a month, and I'm ready to get back to America. I'm sorry, but I love America. I love Europe too,
Yeah.
but
Me too.
like
to go
5
home.
weeks, I was ready to come
Home is home.
Yep.
And so we're getting on the plane, and I was like, hey, what'd you do with your shank? And he's like, don't worry about it. That's what we were calling it over there. It's like, got to have a shank.
That's what you call it in prison.
bunch of hood rats we got dealing with here.
So he's like, don't worry about it. I put it away. So I go through, boom, boom, boom. I'm tested. You get through, and then I look over, and I see these really nicely dressed German police officers come and get Justin and escort him away.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That happened?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they
Good time.
So I'm like, well, I'm leaving. I'll call Patrick's dad. He's a cop. He knows German. He's going to deal with it later. We'll send him on a plane back. And so then I go over and talk to them, and they're like, not only did he have a knife trying to board the plane, but it's an illegal knife because it was a thumb flicker open. You got to have something open quick when you're carrying a shank, right?
It's
you
a
don't
legal
need-
knife in Germany.
Yeah, we want a one-hander, right? And so then I'm like, okay. They're like, but he can get on the plane, but you got to pay the fine right now. It's like, okay, how many euros?
Yeah. That's like
We'll tell you when to stop.
Yeah.
But listen, it's the same in America. It's getting worse. I was here in 2014 for my first American hunt in Idaho.
Yeah. What part?
Boise. We're going up to McCall.
Like I said, McCall. I used to ski up there a lot.
Yeah.
My dad lives in
thinking
Lewiston.
about trying
it's like
to get
2 hours
a,
from McCall.
Yeah. And
That's where we're trying to get a
I got
shoot up there.
my bow on the plane in the cabin, no problem. And 2 weeks before, I was at the music and bike festival in Germany near my hometown, and blah blah blah. Was a tumbler, and I won a hat. Okay. Walking through the airport. On my backpack was my bow. The officer says, "Hey, you got hunting?" "Yeah, I got hunting." Blah 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 blah. I stand in line at the border control. 4 guys, fully armed, facing me. What's going on here? You're talking to me like a friend. No. What's with the hat? He said,
Right.
It's just a hat. No, it had 81 on it. He said, and I don't know what it is.
They didn't like the team whiskey? I mean, seriously.
No. I won a hat from the Hells Angels, and I don't recognize it. So that's what's the problem. 81 Hells Angels.
There you go.
I got handcuffed. Oh yeah,
shit.
the whole fucking freaking process. 2 days.
See, at that
Took you 2 days to get out?
Because I thought you're part of the Hells Angels.
At that time in history, there was a big deal going on with the bikers. They had just had that war in Arizona, in Lake Havasu, with the Hells Angels, and I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember
from
that.
California. It was in the news. It was a big deal. That was the same couple of year time frame. So they were just locking down every
But
biker.
I won that hat at the music festival. I shoot some with the air rifle. Hey, here's the hat. Oh, okay. Free hat. I had no idea what's going on, you know? Wow. Just handcuffed in the airport. Oh,
For a hat.
shit.
For a hat.
And you're German. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And what year was this?
2014.
That sounds about right.
Well, we were going down
That
in
sucks. Sorry, but
Oh, yeah.
2020. We went down to Vegas to go to a fashion show with all these people that make different kinds of clothing and stuff to make, contacts and stuff. And I'm really good about it. I take all my belts off. I got slip-on shoes and no socks. Man, I'm like, I want to make this as easy as possible, right?
Yep.
But I always just keep a 20 in my pocket, right? Just, might need something to drink or, Cinnabon. It's hard to walk past Cinnabon in the airport, And so I get off the plane, I'm going through, and next thing I know, they're like off to the side, and I'm like, what? And they're like, do you got something in your right pocket? I was like, yeah, $20 bill. And the guy's like, well, we got to search it. And then they pull me off to the side, and the guy starts putting on these rubber gloves, and he's like putting them on. He's got this real serious
Full
look.
cavity search.
And he's like,
comes
he
the
goes, do you want a
Vaseline.
private inspection or a public
Should have
inspection? I
said,
was
yes,
like,
sir, I do.
the way you're putting on those gloves, I would like
bro.
public.
I want the world to see this shit.
So he literally up my pants leg, moves the sack to one side, moves it back, and I'm like, well, that's invasive. So the guy, I'm making jokes, right? So the guy that they have to have a guy witnessing, right? There's a guy standing there watching him.
Usually you got to pay for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you normally pay for it? His parents free at airports. I don't know.
So then he goes up one side, goes up the other, and I'm like, well, that's invasive. And then when he goes up the second side, and then he's like done, and I'm like, well, you could have left him the way you found him. His buddy's laughing. His buddy's laughing his ass off, but this guy is pissed. He's pissed. Like, I'm like, dude, like, come on, you just reached up and moved my sack from one side to the next. What do you expect me to do? Like, for a $20 bill.
Keep the 20. Let me go. That's worth $20, bro.
Right?
Appreciate it.
Yeah. $20. Should have handed him $20.
Hey, $20 is $20.
But I didn't realize that they could actually see a bill in your pocket.
Shape it, yeah.
So like that just freaked me out. So yeah, and traveling nowadays, and we want to go back to Europe. We want to go back and visit Patrick, and like we were talking about before, there could be a possibility of a Team Whiskey 3D archery shoot.
That would be cool.
Ulli will be a big part of that, and
we'll all take a shot.
We all will be.
There.
We're probably,
making that shit.
I'll take a shot to get there.
Well, I'll take that shot, but I will not take that shot.
Right now, I guess we'll see what happens when that time and point in time comes. But
it's living day by day, moment by moment. Sometimes life puts you in situations where that's where you have to be. It's actually a good lesson because you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself or put too many things out there. But we foresee that happening.
Yeah.
And I actually even found
awesome.
So now that we're on that, maybe you can enlighten us. 3D archery targets. Who's the best manufacturer in Europe? Because the ship a course full of Reinhardt targets over there. The way gas is now, I don't.
No, we don't need Reinhardt. You got.
I think we could probably start a factory and start making them ourselves over there.
You may be able to lease them. Could you lease them from anyone?
No,
don't think so.
But we got.
We buy them.
No. You don't have to buy it. We have Lighthold right around the corner in
manufacturer.
Austria.
And what kind? Do they make all kinds of animals?
All kinds. The freaking animals, real looking.
We could make it. We could make it a mix of Africa. Make it European style. It could be from stags to roes to whatever, and make it a crazy.
I did find a company out of Italy too.
That's true.
Yeah.
But Lighthold sponsoring the last European Championships with 5,000 animals.
5,000 different animals.
That's a lot of fun.
Animals.
5,000 different animals.
Yeah, right.
I think it means different.
And after the shoot, there are one on sale. If you had a truck with, here, $10 each.
Seriously, $10.
Yeah. $10 each.
All right. Well, we need to know about that when that.
we need to pay attention to that truck sale.
Yeah.
And find a warehouse.
Yeah, because I'd buy them and keep them over there and then push to do one. But for me, that would be the ultimate is to do that at, like you said, Austrian Alps. We skied in Austrian Alps and.
Oh, you did?
I believe
I've never been out there.
I believe the best way it should work out is we call an archery club that holds an archery tournament.
Let them host it.
Yeah, that should be hosted.
That would
There's
actually.
so many archery clubs there.
They're already
you set up your booth where you can explain, hey, listen, we want to be a part of it, and they would, for sure, let's make it happen.
That is a heck of an angle, actually. It's already an established thing. You just got to show up and work the logistics out as far as the goals and what have you.
Because most of the archery clubs in Austria and Germany doing a winter and a summer shoot, 2 days. So just
do they do the ski lift thing over there and do the archery?
You could make it happen in Saalbach or Hintertux, or it would be But anyway, why do you need a ski lift?
If you think about it, remember
because
now,
the ski lift it adds so much to it, right? I mean, it puts you up in this beautiful area, and then you can work your way down.
It might be something to think about, though, because you're going to bring something new to a different part of the world.
Right.
Most of the archery doesn't happen necessarily at 7,000 feet. So just thinking, forwardly, maybe bring something familiar at a familiar quote-unquote location or a style of terrain as opposed to going in extreme the first time might work.
Yeah,
but
we are Team Whiskey.
Yeah, but if you are in the Alps, let's say in Saalbach, the lifts are working the whole year.
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm saying.
Because you just need to talk to the lift owner and say, hey, listen.
Get that going in the Alps?
Can
you get it going?
Yeah.
Start working on it now.
That would be cool.
I have something in mind, and I have to check at home.
I just want to do it to get Adam over in a German-speaking country and let him go.
Boy, he will not come back.
He won't come back.
If he does come back, he will be even more not the same Adam as he
Well,
was.
I'm thinking his accent is going to get even more honed
He's
in.
be clean and polished.
Yeah.
He will actually be Bavarian, and he'll forget. I am back in America. How does that English go again? What accent?
I teach him.
You work on it.
No, yeah.
But yeah, that's you got to have goals, right? You got to have something to look forward to. Otherwise,
That'd be great to see.
become stale and stagnant, and so we're always looking to come up with new styles, new designs, new ideas, funny shit to post, funny things to put on shirts. The whiskey and meat. We're like, we got to come out with a word shirt.
Good one. I like that one.
And,
That's my favorite. I wear it all the damn time.
and it's funny because we're talking about it and we're like, we're coming up with all these things. Like, how about just whiskey and meat? And then I came up, I was like, rare and neat.
See, the important part of that, the highlighted part is whiskey me.
Yeah. That's
it
Justin.
Saves me a whole lot of talking when I go to the bar. Because the ones I go to, I frequent are just like 1 or 2, 3. I walk in, and 8 times out of 10, there's a freaking neat shot waiting for me. By the time I get to the door.
Don't you love those places when you go to a
Small-
place
I live
and
in
they
small
know
town
what you
USA.
want, and you don't have to order it, and you go there? I mean, that to me,
I live in small town USA, and that's the way I like it.
yeah.
Kind of like right now, I kind of want to order another whiskey, Justin.
Garçon,
We did. We need some more ice, more whiskey.
whiskey assistant.
I need some more
Ice
ice.
is gone, but so we got to drink it
Well, we
neat.
gotta try different whiskey.
Yeah. What do you want?
I don't know. What you got over there?
Well,
we,
there's
we got a time limit on this thing?
No, we just keep going until
I
we.
guess you cut it when you cut
Until I
it.
pass out.
Or he can't talk.
From what I've seen, this could take a minute. Let's go till we stop
No,
speaking
Kenny doesn't
clearly.
pass out with his eyes open like me. What he does.
Thank
Oh, when I'm
God.
done, I'm done.
You scared the shit out of me.
I'm out.
You scared the shit out of me. I was.
Dude,
Right
I
at
was
the fireplace,
talking.
Hey,
What are
I
you
saw
doing?
you.
I just talking
What
to
was
you
that,
for 30
Thursday?
seconds, bro.
Was that Thursday? I heard you guys hit it up hard.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, we
me
didn't
and
get here till 10:15. We walked in the door. We're handed freaking 2 drinks. It didn't stop till 3:30 in the morning. And we just got off airplanes.
You're like, damn.
And we're up. What time we gotta be there? 7. Are you
Yeah.
mad? He's on an 8-hour time zone difference. I'm on 4, and like my body's saying, dude,
8 or
you're
9?
done.
9 hours.
9
That's what I
hours.
thought, 9.
Wow.
And my body's saying, you're done.
That's not too bad.
Fuck you.
Coming from Germany, 9 hours?
Exactly what I said back.
Well, it's funny because I had to get up and go be responsible that morning. I got up when I went. I
Yep.
do my thing.
Both eyes open.
But I was
Gotta get up.
Ready to rock. Lock,
a
dock, ready to
couple
rock.
eye drops, a couple wedding drops.
Do a little drive.
I've had bloodshot eyes for the last 2-3 days.
Well, I was going to say last 4 or 5 years, but I mean that's
No, for me the next day was horrible.
Justin, we need some ice. Whiskey, Justin.
Moonshine shut me off.
I want the double oak.
Put your mic up there.
Oh, sorry.
You got the double oak over there?
Yeah, we got double oak. Try that.
Yeah, bring that out.
I haven't tried that yet, but I do like
Oh,
the
it's good.
Woodfords.
It's better than it's better than this one.
It's in a
Unless we
shorter-
drank it all.
No,
Did we drink it all?
Drink it all.
We might have.
Damn,
It looks like this.
but shorter.
Right in front of you.
It's double oaked.
That's it.
Right in
Nope.
front of you.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
No, that's
No?
not it.
I think
No.
that's it. No, that's not it.
There it is.
There it is.
Ah.
Come on, Whiskey Justin.
That's the chop.
We need some ice too, please.
No ice.
What do you mean?
There's no ice.
I
We're
got a
done.
shitload in my van. What are you waiting for? All right, I'll go get it. I got to pee too.
Okay. Whiskey Kenny's going to step out for a second and grab ice and pee. Please don't pee outside because the guy's got a camera and he'll see you.
I've been peeing out there the whole time.
Have you? Damn it. Guess I'm never renting this place again.
Yeah. So I couldn't chew on.
Give me the crumbs. Best part.
Sweet.
Yeah, Woodsford's is you can't go wrong with it, can you? So So is the whiskey selection getting better over in Germany?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because last time I was over there, like, hey, we got whiskey, and they're giving me a bottle of Jack, and I'm like,
Yeah, no, it's getting better. It's a whiskey community starting in like 10, 12 years ago. And they had a few whiskey tastings every 2 to 3 months in our hometown. And we got a fucking freaking shop. I sent you the pictures. Do you remember the picture that I sent you? He had like 450 different whiskeys.
Yeah, he sent me pictures. Says, want me to bring anything back? He sends me this picture. I'm like, wow.
was it all Scotch, or do you guys drink mainly Scotch over there?
Different kind of whiskey, Scotch, all brands.
Bourbons?
And it's one of the best whiskey stores in Germany.
Well, I'll have to visit that when I go over there. They have bourbon over there.
Yep.
Because I couldn't really in 2010 in 2000, I think it was 16, 17. I was over there. Didn't have a very good bourbon selection.
Yeah.
All right, Ulli's up. He is getting. The German is going for a beer. Yeah. Imagine that. The German. Yeah. German's like, I gotta wash this whiskey down with a beer.
Oh yeah.
He knows his limitations.
You're right. I can't handle whiskey at all. No, serious. I'm just a beer guy.
Well, you guys got in that moonshine that night, didn't you?
Oh,
Yes, we did.
the moonshine knocked me off.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Made you show your ass.
That's the scary thing about.
Have you ever heard that saying?
Call my girlfriend for proving.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that saying? You showed your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did. You showed his ass that night, and yes, he did.
Yeah. So why not?
The glow was very magnificent, by the way.
I'm working on.
Work on it. You have to lay out naked more often.
It was very white.
Yeah.
It was quite Caucasian.
I believe my ass don't see any sun the last 25 years.
And it showed.
Thanks, Kenny.
Oh, my
No,
So 25 years ago, you were sunning your ass? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Spreading the butt cheeks to get it tanned.
We can stop that part of this podcast right about now.
I agree. I agree. But you got to admit, we did have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And it started the weekend off with, some momentum that quickly ended when we woke up the next morning.
And as much as we won't remember this last 3-4 days has been one hell of a memory. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's a great memory. We'll talk about this for, well, hopefully,
Ages.
Lord takes us elsewhere, but for ages,
For ages.
Yeah, so how does, so do you do 3D shoots over in Europe?
Yeah, sure.
How does the High Sierra Archery shoot compare to those over there?
It's almost the same without these far distances. We shoot, if you shoot a regular shoot for the ranking list to compete at German Championship or World Championships, the maximum distance is 60 yards, 54 meters. It's a max out. So we don't get used to this distance like here. But basically, it's the same.
They put them, thread the needle shots to the trees and all that.
Yeah. Basically the same.
Basically the same, but shorter.
Shorter distance.
Shorter distance. What about the course? Is it as long as the course that we set up?
The longest 3D shoot I ever went through was 21 kilometers at one day.
How many miles is that?
That's quite a bit.
13.
13
that's quite a
miles.
bit.
How many targets?
34.
34.
That's good. That's a good day.
So there's some distance.
Oh, dude.
That's a good day.
We have to shoot 2 arrows, and every arrow count. So it was a heck of a day.
That's a good
What
day.
gets tired first, the legs or the shoulder?
Actually, my back. My lower back.
Carrying all that sexiness.
Yeah.
Gets tiring. I could imagine.
What are you laughing at over there?
You got that, huh?
We got a little gallery here. We got the Team Whiskey family in here. We got Justin and Andrew and Cecia. Big shout out to Andrew and Cecia, man. They both worked their asses off this week, and without them, we couldn't do it. So, and just
I did pack a box of shirts, plastic tub. I did help.
Yeah.
That one.
I carried one box.
I folded a bow hanger.
And Barbara over there. We got Barbara over there. She's on her phone.
Tired.
She was sleeping there a minute ago.
She was asleep for a minute, and then
She does what I
the
do.
laughing started.
She takes
but
a little nap and she's ready to party.
yeah, it wasn't for Barbara bringing her UTV, which is that badass razor.
That thing was awesome.
And I guarantee you, if you guys meet Barbara, you would never know that she's riding around in a badass UTV like that, ripping up the desert.
Makes me wish I could have hauled mine out and just follow that thing around all day. This is some cool country.
Today,
Yeah.
actually, I want to commend Justin for making me go find those lost people. Because I sat there, I turned on Rage Against the Machine, turned that sucker on, loud, and went mudding everywhere. Dude, it was so fun.
Does
In the razor?
Does
Yeah,
yours
today.
get lost?
No, I was, well,
The fog.
we don't know yet.
We're waiting
But-
to find.
I had a lot of fun trying to find them.
Okay.
I mean, I was hitting mud.
I'm thinking his
That Ranger does a lot of cool stuff. That's all I got.
apparently he doesn't do well at finding people, but boy, is it
Yeah.
a blast to drive.
It does go to carrying a cooler and serving whiskey and beer. Does a real good job with that.
I almost got stuck once.
Yeah, but the coolest thing about this week, Team Whiskey, we came together as a team. We all here lived in this house together. I never stayed with Andrew. Ceci has been part of the family for a while. Barbara comes in, and she doesn't know Andrew. We all kind of came together and we all worked, and it was awesome because there was no drama, there was no bullshit. We just went through it and got it done. And to hear everybody talk about the course, and then the big thing is getting that text from Chris from the cancer kits.
That's a crown right there.
And that's like boom, we just like gave her a bunch of money that's going to help a bunch of people, and all we did was go out and set up courses and set up our booth and get we did all this legwork ahead of time, but it's like now it's like it's not just like a weekend of hangover memories and arrows shot and friends made. It's like, wow,
the bigger
we
picture.
actually did something that is really positive for
Well, it had a
bunch of other
it had
people.
a goal. It had a goal in
It's family.
mind. And
It's
100%
family.
agree.
For me, it's a big shout out to the Americans, by the way.
Yeah.
I came here every single time almost blindfolded, knowing the people just from Facebook or whatever. Don't meet at all in person, almost blindfolded, and say, okay, let's go. And not a single bad word at all. No drama, just friendly. Make friends. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
beautiful.
100%. I mean, I use a phrase once in a while with some friends, like, social media holds some of the best friends I've never met in my palm, right at my fingertips. Some of the best people I've shared stuff with some of the best people I've never met that I haven't shared with people that I know every day. It's just a certain vibe. I use that word vibe.
That's awesome.
It's for me. It's a vibe connection for me.
Yeah.
And it's sad. At the same time, it's awesome that I found people I could trust more so than the guy next door, so to speak, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's sad. It actually is sad to me.
No, not
But
really.
reality is that one or two people I shared something personal with at that day, so I needed at that time, and that person was there, and Joe Blow next door was not there, which is awesome. And that's the only purpose. That's the only use I have. I think I was telling maybe Cecia this or something. I forget who, but the only purpose I have for social media is cool connections. Is making connections that I feel will last, that have value, that have a purpose to them. I mean, in that light, to say the same thing, I hope I can speak on your behalf.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys so damn much
Yep.
for making this happen, because this trip doesn't happen without Team Whiskey.
Yeah.
You know, we have a place to come. We're fumbling finance for how do we make this happen. We want to go to our core, but how do we make this happen? You tell me, or whoever is tell me, we got you, bro. And then later on, Ulli texts me, dude, I'm coming. We just have to figure out where to stay. You tell me, get him here. We got him too, bro. I think that's exactly what you said. It was like 5 words. Dude, don't worry. We got
Family.
It was awesome.
And I was like,
serious.
awesome. I was blown away.
I can't wait to go.
I literally screenshot that text and sent it to him. Said, dude, you're not going to believe this. We're good. Just get here. That, to me, is some golden shit that you can't freaking buy.
That's right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
So I truly appreciate you guys. The hospitality, even the lack of pizza dough. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? We
We could have got cauliflower pizza dough, but we couldn't get ourselves to order that.
I don't know that story. What's this story?
So we're supposed to get pizza, but the pizza place here is only open to. And
8 o'clock.
anybody's ever been in
we're
Bear
gonna
Valley,
get pizza.
California,
5 to 8.
if anybody's ever been to Bear Valley, California, you know what they say. It's at the end of the cul-de-sac in the mountains, and basically that's kind of what it is. And there's nothing really around here. And there's one pizza place. It's not. I think it's only open
5 to 8 p.m.
5 to 8 p.m., but
checked.
only like 4 or 5 days a week. And then they ran out of pizza dough. So what? Yeah, it's because
Maybe, probably.
we brought some people here.
Well, next year they need to bring some more pizza dough.
Yeah,
But all that, in the whole, I mean, I talked to Cecia a bunch on the investing, just banter, just random stuff, and could tell, there's a point where I thought I just couldn't make it. I just couldn't get away. Things were just happening.
and we were bummed when we heard that because we were like, the whole time we're like, we can't wait to meet Ron because some of the shit that you post is so funny, and it's so awesome for Team Whiskey because it's like what we're all about, man. We're like, we don't take ourselves too seriously.
And I definitely, you know now that I do not take myself very seriously. No, you've learned. No, and he's no.
I don't think any of us do.
But so many things were happening in my life, real life stuff. That was like making this. I mean, the trip was planned for a year. Then all of a sudden, COVID. Then all of a sudden, not COVID. Pardon me. The gas prices. I was going to drive. Then all of a sudden, I didn't buy a plane ticket a year in advance, so now it's $1,000. So much shit was happening. Then we were moving at the same time, and then this, and then that. I was like, this is not meant to be. But anyway, glad we're here, and I'm really glad to meet my brother Ulli. For the first time in person. And the fact that he said something to me was really hit me hard when I thought I could not definitely make it, and he said to me, dude, if you don't come, it will not be the same for me.
Yep.
And
awesome.
He's a big reason I got here. Anyway, the whole idea is to thank you all. Yes. Crew that's sitting right here that I have had contact with, on and off for however long. Thank you so much.
And awesome. we remember the first time that Ulli ordered a hat, and we're like, oh shit, we got a hat going to Bavaria, Germany. Oh, we got to tell Patrick, and we're like, where is this? Patrick's like, oh, it's really close to my house, and it's like, he used Ron's.
Yeah, I get this message. Dude, who's this Ulli guy? Or something like that. So that's my boy in freaking outside of Munich or whatever. And like, no way. And that created a whole other circle of conversation.
Yeah.
Then he sends me a message. He goes, bro, that is the most expensive hat I've ever bought in my life.
It was
It
more
had to go to
expensive for
shipping.
I said,
How much was the shipping?
I believe
$50 or something.
Yeah.
For a $25 hat.
I said, bro, you should have told me, and I would have mailed it to you myself.
It's still
awesome.
but it kind of like that kind of opened it up, and we're like, oh, okay, now how did you guys? So now we know how you guys met, and now here we all are all together, and we got to meet each other, and these are the kind of bonds that, and these kind of memories that they're gonna last a lifetime.
And dude, we just made a podcast. We're like freaking badass. Yeah, we're nobody. So
We
we're on
are
a
famous
podcast. Glad it's not on video. I got a face for radio.
Yeah, because you are ugly as hell.
And I've been calling you a sexy bitch for a week. You
Oh,
suck.
sorry.
See, that's what you get for showing your ass.
Yeah.
That upped his sexiness. He's like there. I have to fight Adam for him now, apparently. So.
I got.
Yeah, but a great weekend. We had, we all made some new friends, and we made some new friends here.
Mark Newberg, 11-pointer outdoors. Miguel Sanchez.
Yeah, dude,
we got to hook it up, bro.
We're out there. We met him in Indiana.
Yeah, we met.
Paul and I have known each other for a while.
Oh, yeah?
Another one of the best friends I've got.
Oh,
I've
he's
ever
so
met.
cool.
Miguel
dude.
is
I
a
like
really,
that guy.
I had
really
no
good
idea
guy.
he knew Mark, and that is another thing
Yeah.
that came full circle out of nowhere. Like, you guys
Well,
are neighbors? What?
Well, he lives in Chicago, but I gotta
Yeah,
tell you,
right.
I gotta tell you though, if you want somebody to process your deer and not leave, I don't know if you ever
Holy.
saw that video we posted of when he processes
I
deer.
saw it.
It looked like
there-
buzzards have been picking at it for
I
like
saw
a month.
There was no meat left.
There's-
None.
He leaves nothing behind.
I leave nothing behind. I could show you. I did a time lapse once, if I still have it on my computer. I know of me doing a deer, one of my
deer.
does.
I think it took
And
him
I
3
usually
hours.
set them off because I shoot enough does. I don't have time.
Yeah.
But I keep one because none of our deer go to a processor with the backstraps. So they come out the same night. I usually eat them.
Oh yeah, eat it right then.
I
Yeah,
set them without backstraps.
big time. Yeah.
But this last year, I did one. Ribs clean. It looked like it got picked clean by my dogs.
Yeah.
For a week, there was nothing but white bone.
Yeah, but meeting those guys was meeting him was really cool because we kept seeing him show up. Like you said, meet these people on, and I'm not a social media guy, so Justin does
Yes,
all
I'm
the-
totally out of that.
I just follow the Team Whiskey page. I have a page
But
because
it's a
Justin
good deal because
Justin
There's
said
a lot
I
of
had to have a
positives,
page, and I don't really do much on it, but seeing him and then meeting him, what a great guy, and big shout out to Newman family. Back in Midwest, people wait all year to sit in one freaking tree during rifle season, right?
You count down.
he housed us.
And
for
he
4
housed
days.
us and let us hunt.
Gave me an AR-15 or 14, and I mean literally.
AR-10.
Oh, AR. Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah, that one thing.
But
Air something.
But
Assault rifle. Yeah, that's
Ah.
what they call it now.
We're using an assault rifle, assault
Yeah,
deer.
I was hitting with assault rifles.
But just the and I was telling Justin, I was like, you go to people's farms, and I remember one time I went to a guy's farm, and he's like, yeah, come and hunt, and I shot this really nice buck, and he's like, that's the last time you're coming to hunt here, because that's the way it is in the Midwest, because they may have 100 acres, 50 acres, whatever, but they hunt. They got their places they hunt, and people hunt those same places year after year after year,
Right.
and the same tree. And it was my buddy's farm. I climbed up in the same freaking tree every year. And it was a great tree.
Okay.
Because I had some magical days there, and I killed a lot of stuff out of that tree. But it's just the way it is. They're like, when I came to hunt there, my buddy, he's like, well, you can't hunt here. You can't hunt. He hunts here. He hunts here. There's where they hunt. Now you got to find your spot. So just for them to be able to do that and open up their house to us.
Newman
and-
was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome.
No, I'm impressed.
took
more
care
and more
of
with
all of
I'm
us.
impressed with Caucasians every day. I mean, it's amazing. Oh, sorry for those who don't know, I am a Negro. I get impressed by Caucasians quite often, and I have to smile and just hold up a glass and say, God, you guys actually are kind of cool. You have your moments, and I love you.
Hey, we can't dance, but
Neither
we can't jump, but
Neither,
hey,
neither can
Took
I.
some videos of you, Barbara. You guys can dance.
I can't
Barbara
dance.
can dance.
You guys can dance.
I just try to follow.
It's the important thing is once you get started, if you think you can dance, let the lady lead.
Yeah,
And she'll make you look good if you behave yourself.
yeah. No, Barbara's an amazing dancer.
All right, so I have to give a shout out to my sweetheart Lori Doris, my RN at home. This trip was and could have been more of a hardship if not for you guys and the way this all happened. So, baby, I love you. And if you listen to this podcast, I know you know that, but cheers
You have
to you,
to listen
honey.
a long
Much
time
love.
Well,
to
hey,
hear that.
Hey, cheers to love, anyway,
Cheers.
man. Right?
Yeah, exactly, guys.
Love is.
She
Beautiful.
puts
What we need more of.
up with a lot, and she's an awesome lady, and I love her to death. So.
All right, so Ulli, are we going to see you back in America for a Team Whiskey shoot at some time?
Hell yeah.
In 2 weeks?
We're talking.
Dude,
home.
I have to ask my government at home.
We're hoping Homewood next year.
Good.
Do the other one.
Yeah. So yeah,
see.
Hey,
sure.
what's with the Squaw Valley? You gonna get that?
we're working on that. So they're putting in a new gondola connecting
That's gonna
Alpine
be big.
Meadows.
Do not take Ulli to Squaw Valley. I have skied Squaw Valley. I know the elevation changes in Squaw Valley. Ulli will look at you and flip you the bird and shoot the practice range for 3 days.
Well, there is a pool at the top.
I've been
He
there.
will stop at the pool.
You been there?
He will require a ride down.
We'll let Ulli and Kenny work the VIP pool area.
Oh yeah, we're having a pool party up there.
At 8,200 feet above sea level. So that
Oh,
would
yeah,
be,
Bring your
It's
O2
okay for
tank,
me.
brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, dude.
I
And then
I come a
maybe-
week earlier to acclimate myself, so I'll be fine.
There we go.
Then I bust your asses
Again.
There we go.
again.
Again.
maybe bring a few more arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You did bust our asses, but he's the only one that ran out of arrows.
You're right.
Oh,
You're
This
right.
is true.
Right.
This is true.
No, it's true.
I think
But he
that's
didn't
hurting the
shoot our
world.
asses off.
I'm on gold tip arrows right now, and
That's what we shoot.
I got a few leftovers from the last company I
Uh-huh.
get with, so it's fine to lose some arrows.
Burn 'em up.
It's okay. Yeah, burn it up.
I got a few to burn up, too.
Yes, I don't want to bring the new ones with to burn it.
Well, this guys, this has been a great weekend. It was a lot of work. I mean, we all put it in a lot of effort here. Everybody sitting in this room here, Barbara, Justin, Andrew, Cecia, Kenny,
Couple
he has
people that
hard
aren't
time.
here.
Kenny was working hard, driving around in the UTV, giving people shots and
I have the
beers.
best job in the world.
707 Zook, wherever you're at, bro. It's great to meet you, too.
Yeah.
Or is it Zook 707, whichever way it goes.
You look tired as shit.
What's your hubby's handle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been getting about 4 hours of sleep for like the last,
707
I don't
Zook or
know,
Hook or
4
whatever.
years.
He knows who the hell it is.
Okay.
I go through it. But anyway, man, we're going to wrap this up. And Ulli, if you guys find him on social media and you ever want one of the most gorgeous looking bows,
Little Al.
Dude,
07.
I was so
07.
excited.
No.
Ser-
That's wrong. I don't ever. I give you shit about my social media
yeah.
thing. It's little L 1107.
Little Al 1107
Little L
at
07?
Instagram.
1107.
11
So anyway, I don't do it
He
in a
he
professional
doesn't,
way.
and if you're nice and he may make you a bow, but
Well, tell him how I won the bow.
Yeah, well, Whiskey Kenny won the bow. That
I was
everybody
the last ticket that they drawed.
The last ticket
they're
draw.
gonna call my name, and they did. I was like, oh,
That's awesome.
and then boom, I won the bow. I was like,
That's
oh,
awesome.
this is
The only problem is Kenny's left-handed.
it is.
And it's right in the bow.
But I
He might shoot sober one
I'm
day
gonna
and he'll
learn how
figure
to-
it out.
shoot right-handed with that fucking bow. This thing is beautiful.
I teach you to shoot right-handed.
All right.
It's not a big deal.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna hang it in my office, and I'm gonna shoot it when I want to.
Yeah,
Dude, that thing is so beautiful.
Thanks, man.
You did such a good work on that
Thanks,
thing.
man.
Thanks for having
I mean,
us.
the thing of it
Appreciate
is that your bows are. I mean, I'm sure they function well, but man, they're just. That's what I was saying. Looking at it, it's like, man, you could just hang that on the wall, and it'd be, badass. But
Everybody kept trying to buy it from me. I'm like, nope. Maybe $3,000. I'd think about it. Maybe.
I mean, I know you guys. You're trying to get this over with, but I got to tell you, when the guy throws at the last minute, so to speak, takes the time to literally make that bow and bring it with him because I told him we have 2 shoes.
You brought that over with you.
How much
didn't
would
you?
it? I asked him what would it cost to make another one. His exact words were, "Shit, no problem. I'll get it made. I'll have it with me when I get there."
That's
and
badass.
that thing is a freaking work of art.
And I got to tell you, man, that bow drove ticket sales to
It did.
that raffle because
did.
everybody came in and everybody was picking it up. It's like, I want that bow because let's face facts. You go to that shoot, everybody's walking around with $1,000 to
compounds,
$2,500 worth of
$2,000
archery equipment in their
freaking
hand,
carbons.
right?
Yeah.
And so And the fact that they wanted that one,
Yep.
you know,
laying next to 4 other, couple flagships and some high-end, compounds laying there. It's like, people are freaking wanting this damn.
I can honestly tell you, I'm not a lucky guy. I've had to work my ass off for everything I've had in my life. I feel like today
Lottery
I got
ticket.
lucky. Seriously. I feel like I got lucky.
Lottery
The bow
ticket.
picked you,
Boom.
not you picking the bow.
There you go.
See, that makes more
hey,
sense.
Yeah.
there's your marketing. The bow picks you.
It is what it is. Serious.
Yep.
If
Always.
somebody comes in my shop at home and says, "Hey, you want to make me a bow?" I said, "No, I don't do it on purpose. I don't do it on a custom order. Just pick one bow, try it, and if it fits you, and you fit the bow, we
The
talk
guy
about
just
it."
makes
that makes
bows
more
and hangs
sense.
them. He literally just makes bows, hangs them on the freaking wall. And if they happen to sell, they sell. If they don't, he shoots them so he gets tired of them.
That's art.
Make another one.
Yeah.
That's literally what he's done.
That's art.
We got to go through this because you did that interview with him out there on the hill, and we were talking about like, have you ever made the perfect bow?
Yeah.
I don't think I filmed that. Did I? Did I film that?
I think so.
About it.
I think so. I think it's on our video recorder.
Maybe I sent
And-
it.
So
I never ever made the perfect bow because I think every time it could be better. Here, there, here, that.
Something.
Yeah.
Just something.
Yeah.
and then the question that he posed to you was if you made the perfect bow, because you make these bows,
Then
but
you're
you don't
done.
keep them, right?
No,
If you made the perfect bow,
I keep them.
So apparently he's not keeping any yet.
Yeah, right.
is the perfect bow going to be the
So I got
last
an-
one?
I got an effective bow.
Yeah. No, you got a sweet, good-looking bow, but not the perfect bow.
Well, I want the perfect.
If it was a perfect bow, you wouldn't have it. Let's put
Yeah,
it
right.
that way, right? It wouldn't.
Well,
be,
I'm not
it wouldn't
perfect
be
either. I don't give a shit.
Well,
No, I think
we-
it's beautiful.
And that's kind of the thing about Team Whiskey. What we always say is like it's ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and if you put us all together,
That's a perfect
what
word.
a rough bunch of ragtag muffs that we are.
Yeah.
But then you put us together, and what an amazing array of skill sets that we all have.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's got something.
You know,
Everybody's got something to offer.
and
I
it's
drink
like
a lot of whiskey, so I'm not drinking whiskey.
so that's what makes it. But yeah, I think I don't know where we're at on time, but I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Probably way
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, can you,
There's
the
no time
The
limit.
first animal you kill with this bow, you need to shoot me some pictures.
Okay.
Yeah. Deal?
See, deal, definitely.
So now you're
I've
only
been
hunting
kind of
with the
slacking on setting up. Dude, I want to put a 9-hole course in my backyard. Like, I want to do frisbee golf and the whole archery course in my backyard. I've just been slacking.
We
So,
talked
this
about
is
it.
gonna-
Well, it's okay.
This bow is going to make me do that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You'll get hooked. I mean,
Oh, that bow's making me.
I
Like,
shot
it's just
traditional
elevated.
early on when I first started shooting archery. I shot traditional. I was learning how to shoot traditional. I never got hooked on it because I think one reason, because I killed a deer so quick with my compound. I never kept on putting the time into the traditional. Even though I still shot it for fun, I didn't just stick to it and just throw arrows. I still have my first recurve.
Yeah.
In Arizona, some of my stuff in Arizona, and it makes me sad to think that I didn't do that. Knowing what friends I have that shoot recurve, and even after meeting this guy, like, God, I wish I'd stuck with that. So now I'm in that mode of all right,
Switching back
damn
and
it.
forth.
It's now I need to get back into it because it's purely primitive. It brings it back to a primitive state.
Yeah.
Of
Were you
archery.
shooting recurve today, or?
No.
Well, and it brings it back
Right now.
because you have
It was
to
a
get
hard
close.
yard
yeah.
You have to get close, and to me, that is the part of hunting that is the hardest.
I never shot far, what I consider far, past 40 yards, what I consider far,
Yeah,
until South Dakota.
Well, you
Arizona,
hit,
everything
you hit
was
awesome
40 yards
necks.
or less.
yeah.
I saw the neck you hit. That was awesome.
Well,
No tracking, baby. Bleed that throat out.
No, the traditional kind of shooting brings out the basic line of hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just like
definitely.
you, the bow, the stick.
I'm excited. to shoot
It's
it. I
just
really am.
like pure
Like you
adrenaline
got me
and fun.
elevated to shoot a little bit more.
I mean, I want to be William Wallace, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Whatever
what?
makes us thwack.
You know,
wanna be part of
everybody's, I think, started shooting like a recurve, and that's what I started shooting.
Yeah.
We used to, and then, to me, the video that I saw as a kid that just inspired me was when Fred Bear shot a polar bear
Oh yeah.
from 11 yards away.
I've got the DVD.
And from 11 yards away with a recurve, and he kind of set that tone of like what actually can be killed with a bow.
Yeah.
And in modern times, I mean, obviously they've been doing it for thousands and thousands of years beforehand, but that video of that polar bear kill was like probably the most amazing thing that I ever saw as a kid. Like and then we used to play this game, which was stupid because we were kids, but we'd go in this one churchyard, shoot up in the air at each other, and we called it chicken. You're allowed one pivot foot.
Done it. Won it. I have all my toes.
Oh yeah, I killed my buddy with it. It was fun. I won.
He's over it though.
Well, you guys have heard that old joke, right? About like when two hunters are out and the guy accidentally shoots his buddy and he brings him to the doctor and he's like, "Doc, what do you think?" And he's like, Doc's like, "I could have saved him if you didn't gut him."
Oops. No, it's funny. On a kind of a half-assed serious note, I truly believe. I mean, if evolution is what it is in manufacturing, whatever compounds. But I started as a kid that toy freaking recurve from Walmart or whatever store,
Oh, yeah, we all
Sears,
did.
whatever the hell a
think
store
we
was
all had
back
that,
in
yeah.
1927 when I was born. So that I think if there was a way to get kids into the sport, if they could all just get bought that $10 recurve from freaking Walmart and play with that for a freaking year until they could actually
Draw
understand,
a bit.
archery, and then get that compound, we'd be so much farther ahead 10, 15, 20 years, a generation from now
You might be right.
in the archery.
Do you
world.
see Evan's smile on his face when he hit this bedded down buck?
That kid,
Jesus Christ,
That
it was
kid.
awesome.
oh my God. He was a good kid to have, Mike and his grandson
Yeah.
Evan.
You could just tell he was a good kid.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He was having a blast. I
and
took him up and down a couple times.
In fairness, his grandpa is an awesome freaking individual.
Oh yeah.
Which, by virtue of his son, has produced an awesome grandson. That kid is just pure, natural, raw, loving what the hell was going on for 3 days.
Yeah.
No fear.
No
didn't
complaining.
care.
No complaining.
No complaining.
complaining.
Nothing.
See, that's
Nothing.
the big thing.
Has a phone, but didn't give a shit about social media.
Oh yeah.
And that's what kept him pure. I think, at this
Yeah.
stage of his life, has kept him pure, just enjoying what
Yeah,
the
that
hell
is
was
awesome.
happening.
See, my son doesn't.
He
He's
never
10
touches-
now. He doesn't have that
The
yet.
kid didn't touch his phone. You know, honestly,
the whole
first
weekend.
time-
The whole
The
weekend.
first time he touched his phone, when they were getting ready to leave, and I was sending him the pictures of him and his grandpa.
Yeah.
I didn't
That
know he had a
is
phone.
super respect.
I'm
He's
being
super
honest.
respect.
He never had his phone in his hand one time.
He came up this morning and said, "Hey, do you shoot the money shooter?" Yeah. Would you help me out? He said, "Yeah, why?" "Yeah, my sight depth is just going to 60 because I don't have any clearance." Like, no big deal. Let's
5 minutes.
make it happen.
Less than 5 minutes.
I said, "Okay, listen. There's a sight depth, 60. Okay. Put it right to the bevel. Set it here on the deer. You get it. Second shot. Bam.
And I got the picture.
Wow.
Sadly,
a-
I didn't
he's a
have
cool
the video
kid.
in my hand.
Smiling from
He
ear
is
to
a cool
ear.
kid.
Yeah.
We're talking pure, raw, true,
Yeah, that's
passionate, loving
nice to
what
see.
the hell happened
My kid doesn't
in
have
that
that.
moment. Huh?
Do you wondering?
kid doesn't have
Do you
that.
really wondering?
Huh?
Do you really wondering about that?
Wondering about what?
Not my
That this
kid.
kid, yeah, has not the passion.
Well,
This-
I
this
mean, like,
wa- it was not serious.
he doesn't have a lot of passion on anything. No, I mean,
You don't get it right now. It's
I don't
okay.
get it.
He was making.
I know. I'm not getting it, but
But no, it's never too late. You can still have passion.
Yeah.
well, he's getting into things. But like I said, I'm coaching soccer now 4 days a week with him, and he's just
We
doesn't
can't.
have that drive on anything. And it's like,
He's gonna find his niche.
Yeah.
All,
Yeah,
of,
he'll
all of
find
our
his
kids
niche.
did. My daughter's
That's what I
22, and
think,
like,
too,
All of a sudden, she's graduated college. Okay.
Serious.
Cool.
I suck in school. When I really get mindset, it was in my apprentice to carpentering. So that sets my mind completely new. And I was 18 or so. Oh, don't worry.
Yeah.
It will come.
I hope so.
And that's the beauty about Team Whiskey, because, you know, I watched Justin. Justin is amazing. He is a mechanic. He does bows. He can, well, I shouldn't say what
yeah?
he
Can
can
you
make.
work
He
on
can
my
make
truck?
ARs. He does all these amazing things, man. And he can teach him. He taught himself editing, film editing, all these different things that, you know, just is amazing. And when I watched him do jobs before, you know, it was like he'd get this job and he'd be all excited about it, and then he got bored with it because they weren't using him to his potential.
I think that's what it
and
is.
then we get it, you know, Team Whiskey starts, and, you know, like, all you want for your kid is to be passionate about something.
Yeah.
And I've never seen him work so hard at something in my life. And that's why, look at our designs, look at our clothing, look at our posts, look at, you know,
kick-ass.
yeah, I mean, and it's
yeah.
because he
Seriously,
puts so much into it. And to me, it's amazing. It's like, how can you not get behind that?
Right.
You know? And
Seriously, Justin, I minored in visual art. You're kick-ass. You do a lot of good artwork.
Agree.
And, you know, he runs stuff through me and we collaborate, but, you know, I'm not doing any design. I might like, hey, you know, that looks good or that looks good. I come up with funny shit. Whiskey and meat. Come on.
Hey, he's like my daughter. They'll make you do enough stuff and give you some input to make it feel like it's your idea. But if they're smart enough, he knows he's actually the boss. He's this guy. That's just the way.
Telling us to go,
That's the way
hey,
that shit rolls, bro.
Drive up there.
Yeah,
Hey.
like, what are you doing, Whiskey? Oh, nothing. Do me a favor. Get your ass in that racer and drive up the hill, please.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Yeah, people are lost. Go get them.
That's a good idea, Justin. I think I'll do that. You thought it was your idea. See, that is the art.
Yeah.
That is the
That's
art.
business, too. See, I'm a business guy.
You know,
He's got the business
I was in
sense,
sales
too.
and marketing
Yeah,
a long time. That
There's
isn't.
art and
There,
business
there's an
sense.
art to it all.
Oh, there is. Salesman.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man. Great
Yes.
weekend,
Yep.
guys. Hey, Ulli.
Uli.
Uli.
Thanks for having me. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome back.
Thank you for the
anytime.
bow.
And now, you know, we got to make you an ambassador now, right?
You have to. Yeah, it's done.
But
you have to.
let's make you our first European Team Whiskey European ambassador.
If you want to, I don't say no.
I'll tell you this much. If anybody is
hard to
listening
say
to
no
this
in
thing this deep into this podcast, wait till next year. It's going to get good.
Well, if you guys come to Homewood next year, you know, the same thing stands. We got you covered. All right.
Thanks.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another Whiskey Chronicles podcast sponsored by Team Whiskey. And let's see. Give a shout out to Eagle Rare, Woodford Reserve, Basil Hayden Toast, Bighorn, Double Oak, Woodford Reserve. What else did we drink?
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Oh.
Don't throw a shout out to Bud Light. Come on.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Catch you on the next podcast.